Hi everyone! Neverness to Everness is almost out, and it's a bit overwhelming at first. But I've spent the last few days really digging into the game, and I've realized that most people are going to play this game wrong on day one. They're going to treat it like a standard gacha game where you just kill stuff and level up. But NTE is actually a complex life simulator disguised as an action RPG. If you want to avoid hitting a progression wall by the end of your first week, you need a solid foundation. So, let's talk about how to actually navigate Heathero without going broke or getting stuck. Let's start with the basics. You're an appraiser, which sounds quite prestigious, but in reality, it just means you're an anomaly hunter with a very demanding side hustle. My first bit of advice is to ignore the flashy cars for a moment. I know the customization is amazing, and you want that new car immediately, but just wait. You want to push the main story until you unlock the Tycoon menu. This is the part of the game that actually funds your account. If you don't have enough fawns that's the gold currency in this game, you won't be able to upgrade your gear or fix your car later when things get expensive. You'll eventually meet Chiz by progressing the main story. Now, don't look at this as just a mini-game. It's your primary source of passive income. Most players are going to set their employees and forget it, but the real strategy is in your management level. As your revenue grows, your level increases, and that unlocks better menu items and higher tier staff. Here's the catch. Don't hoard your first 50,000 fawns. Spend them on furniture. It sounds counterintuitive to buy a furniture when you want a new car, but that furniture increases your cafe's popularity. More popularity means more daily profit. Regarding the gacha system, it's formatted like a board game, which is a unique choice. But there is a massive silver lining here that's different from your typical gacha games, the lack of a 50-50 system. In most gacha games, you have a 50% chance to lose your pull to a standard character you didn't even want. In NTE, if you reach the pity, the featured character is guaranteed. It's a much more civilized way to handle a gacha, and it means your solid dice are incredibly valuable. I'd recommend saving your Analyth, that's the premium currency or primogems in this game, strictly for limited banners. Your standard pulls will accumulate naturally through exploration and login rewards, so there's really no need to rush that pool. When the time comes to actually get your hands dirty, you need to understand the Esper cycle. This isn't your typical mash buttons kind of combat. Every character has an element, and they only play nice when they're next to each other on the element wheel. If you try to force a reaction between elements that aren't neighboring, you're leaving about 40% of your potential damage on the table. You need to build your team with those elements in mind before you jump into a fight. And you should really learn to parry. A perfect parry refills your meter instantly. Chaining reactions after a parry is the difference between a 5-minute struggle and a 30-second fight. Gear in this game is, well, it's Tetris. You're fitting these consoles into a grid to activate set bonuses. But the developers actually did something incredibly kind here. They let you see the substats at level 0. In other games, you have to waste materials leveling up gear just to find out it's garbage. Here, you can see exactly how disappointing a piece is, without spending a single material on it. It's wonderfully efficient for those of us who are already frustrated with RNG. My advice? Don't go crazy farming these until you hit appraiser level 30. That's when the high-tier arcs start dropping. Until then, just use whatever the story quests give you and save your stamina. If you ever find yourself staring at your stamina bar, wondering what to do, just head to Houdini's magic stage. It's the safe, I don't want to think today option. It drops universal experience materials that can be used on any character you want. You can't really go wrong with it. And trust me, you will always need more XP than you think you do, especially once you start unlocking your second and third teams. You'll also notice a separate bar for city stamina. This is specifically for your urban life. Driving taxis, illegal street racing, or delivering cargo. This stamina resets weekly, and it's effectively free money. If you're feeling lazy, just do the delivery missions. They're peaceful, and they don't require much focus. However, in the taxi missions, the NPCs will actually rate your driving. And believe me, some of these digital citizens have very high standards for someone who just saved their neighborhood. If you drive like a maniac, they're going to let you know about it. When you finally buy your first apartment, don't just leave it empty. It's time to put down your anomaly furniture. This isn't just about aesthetics. Placing anomaly furniture gives your whole team permanent passives, like extra crit damage. You can even invite your characters to move in as roommates, raising their bond level through gifts and dates. At the end of the day, Neverness to Everness is a marathon in a very beautiful city. Take your time, decorate your cafe, drive your car, and enjoy the atmosphere. The most successful players won't be the ones who rush to the end, but the ones who built a stable empire first. If you have questions about specific team builds or characters, I'll be hanging out in the comments to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.